In the previous lesson, we wrote some styles. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so in this lesson, we have a few more styles to write. We want it looking more like this. Okay, so some headers to style, some paragraphs to style. So our starting point would be the right column, ID, and we'll target the H1 within it, and we'll target the paragraph within it. Okay, so we'll start by saying hashtag right column, and then we'll target the H1 within it, and we'll give a family to that H1 font family. And this is the font family that we currently have in the document, and I would default to Georgia if we don't have that font installed, and to Arial if we don't have Georgia installed. And we'll give it a color. Hashtag 4B9CBE will be the color. So let's reset the screen and have a look. So that's what we have done so far. Alright, so another style to add to our H1 would be the font size. So font size we want for this is 30 pixels, and we want to quickly have a look and see. Okay, so it's a bit too long, so what we can do is go into our HTML and delete some of the words in our H1. So just down here, delete a couple of words and have a look and refresh the screen. We're nearly there, so we'll just get rid of these two words and then have a look. So that's more like it. Alright, so another thing we want to do is add a bit of margin to our H1. So the top margin will be 30 pixels, and the right is 0 pixels, the bottom is 10 pixels, and the left is 0 pixels. Let's have a look and see, and that's what we wanted, so it looks much better. Okay, so after our H1, we want to target the paragraph within the right column. So we'll do it like this. Okay, so that's this paragraph text here. Alright, so we start with the size of the font. So we want the font size to be 14 pixels, so go ahead and do the same. And we set the line height to 20 pixels. But what is line height? So let's have a look. See the space between our lines? That's what line height gives us. If I delete this line height, save this, and then come back and reset the screen, we can see that the lines are all bunched up. So line height, if we put it back in and save it, so line height essentially gives us more space. So if I put the margins quickly, top, right, bottom 20 pixels, and left 0 pixels, save this and reset, we can see we have more lines and the margin is still in there, more space between the lines. Alright, so we have this space in here, the image. We want it to stretch all the way to the right border. So we could see that the width is 380 for the right column. So we could just simply change the width of our image to 380 and change this image down here also to 380. And that should fix the problem for us. So let's have a look, and there we go. Alright, so this is coming along just fine. It's looking good. We can get rid of the border, the dotted line, so we can have a look and see how the document is looking, and reset the screen. So that's what we have. So we have a full document article, we have a left and right sections there, and it's all coming together fine. It's looking more and more like this document. Okay, so we have the left side, we have the footer, the colors needs to change, we need to add the lines in between our documents. So there's a few things that needs doing, styling here. So in the next lesson, we would have the last lesson for Project C, and we'll then conclude C and go on to Project D, the final project in this series. Alright, so here we've learned a few things. We've learned a few things about paragraphs, line heights, and patterns and things. Alright, so in the next lesson, we'll carry on from where we've left off, and I'll see you in the next lesson.